Yes, let's go over the Taylor series again in general, then define what a Taylor polynomial is and look at an example. The Taylor series T of x is given by the sum from n equals 0 to infinity of f, the nth derivative at the point x naught. X naught divided by n factorial times x minus x naught to the power of n. x0 is the expansion point around which the approximation is given. You have to understand the sum. You start at n equals 0, so that gives you the term for n equals 0. For n equals 0, you get f of x0. 0 factorial and anything to the 0 power are 1, so it remains f of x0. Plus, then you substitute 1, so f prime of x naught, 1 factorial is 1. So that's f prime of x0 times x minus x0 to the power of 1, which is just x minus x0. Then you plug in 2. Yes, so up here 2, that would be the second derivative, f double prime of x naught divided by 2. Factorial times x minus x naught to the power of 2 plus. And that's how it goes. I think it's clear. Then you just keep going accordingly. And if we now specify a particular value, often in exams you have to give an approximation up to, for example, 2. For n equals 2, then we would have t sub 2 of x, that is the Taylor polynomial for the value n equals 2. Let's do this as an example for a function f of x equals cosine x, and we'll take the expansion point x naught equals 0. 0, that's the special Taylor series, the Maclaurin series, when the expansion point is 0. That's just for simplicity here. We need it up to, I'll set it now, up to n equals 2, which means we need two derivatives. F prime of x is, well, the derivative of cosine is minus sine x. The second derivative, the derivative of sine, is cosine, and the minus stays. And now we can specify tt2 accordingly here. That would then be accordingly plugging x naught into the original function. Yes, so cosine of 0 plus, then accordingly now plug in 1. We plugged 0 into the first derivative, so the first derivative is minus sine. So minus sine of 0 times x minus x naught. Yes, x naught is 0, so it just remains times x. Plus, now plug in 0. In the second derivative, we have here minus cosine of 0 divided by 2. Factorial times x naught is again 0, so it remains x squared 2. And with that, we're almost done. Now just calculate accordingly. Cosine of 0 is 1, sine of 0 is 0, 0. Anything times 0 drops out. Cosine of 0 is 1 over 2 factorial, so minus 1 over 2 times x squared. Here we have the Taylor polynomial for, or up to n equals 2 for the function cosine of x at the point x equals 0. There are also many more calculations, for example, when it comes to the radius or the deviations. Then I put everything there. Follow and add to the playlist. I hope it has become clear here. If you have the formula down, then it should actually be easy. Of course, you still need to check a bit here to see which functions you need to use accordingly. But then it basically means math term recognized, danger averted.